Champ, I know how intimidating boxing can be, especially as a beginner, and how confusing it can be, as there's so many parts to boxing that you have to think about in order to look like a badass while you're punching. If you are looking to learn about your 6 punches, you've come to the right place. This video is for you. So I remember the first time I got introduced to boxing. I was a personal trainer, group fitness instructor, had been doing it for quite a long time. I would say almost about a decade. And I remember one time a general manager of a boxing gym called Title Boxing Club asked me to teach a class. And I was like, I don't know a thing about punches. I don't know a thing about boxing. I never watched a fight in my life. I've never been in a fight. I'm like that girly girl that doesn't know how to be aggressive, doesn't know how to throw a punch. I looked silly, or at least I felt silly doing it. But you know what? I threw myself into the sport of boxing for fitness purposes only. And now I am here to teach you how to throw your 6 punches. Again, I know how intimidating it can be to go to the gym and work on a heavy bag and try to throw your punches. I know that there's so many things to think about, from footwork to head movement to throwing your punches correctly. Even if you don't know how to throw the right punch, you have come to the right place. I'm here to teach you. Champ, welcome and welcome back. I am Coach Syl, your queen of your YouTube boxing fitness workouts. I figured let's do something different today. Normally, I give you a fitness workout that's all about boxing, boxing on the heavy bag, shadow boxing on the floor, boxing hit. But today, I'm going to teach you the art of throwing your 6 punches, your basic boxing punches. Of course, let's get some stuff out of the way. Do me a solid. If you get value out of this video, hit the thumbs up button, liking it. Give me a comment down below. Let me know if you did get value, if you learned something new today. And of course, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you never miss a workout or tutorial ever. All right, let's get to it. So let's first start off with our stance. We're just gonna go over the punches today, but your boxing stance is important. So I am standing in front of that heavy bag, right? My hips are squared. If I am a righty fighter, all I'm going to do is take those legs that are hip wide apart. I'm gonna step back with that back foot, which is my right leg. Have those toes turn a little bit, and this is my boxing stance. Now, if you are a lefty, we call you guys southpaws. I am a righty, I'm an orthodox fighter. If you are a lefty, it's literally the same thing with the opposite leg, right? Again, legs are hip wide apart, they're squared. I'm gonna take that back left leg, I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna go ahead and have this like nice turning position. I always wanna lead with my shoulder. So here I am as a lefty, leading with my right shoulder. Here, as a righty fighter, I am leading with my left shoulder. So contrary to belief, and I know this because I used to teach cardio kickboxing, all of my students used to think that if you are a righty, you punch with your right first, and if you are a lefty, you punch with your left first. But that is actually not the case. You want to keep your dominant side, your power side, behind you. All right, you lead with your less dominant hand. Okay, so I am going to lead with my left shoulder. I'm gonna turn a little bit. I'm gonna soften my knees. Again, I'll show you this position. I'm just gonna soften my knees, right? Those toes are pointed. I lead with the shoulder, right? Just keep your arms down for now, facing the bag. I want to face this way. My chin will be tucked down. Again, I'm grounded in those legs. The first punch you want to throw is your jab. So when we get into the jab, you can go ahead, keep your other backhand down for now. You want to raise those arms up, keeping the elbow tucked in, having that guard to block your body, cover your chin, okay? When I throw the jab, I'm going to turn my body. As I turn my body, I will be extending my arms all the way out. I want to show you a little bit of a side view here. All right, so I'm going to show you this way so you can see the full extension of my jab hand, my left hand. So here I am, soft legs, keeping the hand down, doesn't matter. Let's just work with the front hand. We're going to turn that hand up and over. As I throw that punch, I want to make contact with the first 2 knuckles, all right? So here's my contact. Notice how I am an arm's length apart from the bag. If I'm shadow boxing, it's the same thing. I still wanna get that length. Also notice that I go off the midline. There's a center line. Imagine a center line going down the middle from the ceiling to the floor, right? When I punch that line with my front hand, my head goes off that center line. Also notice my foot. I turn a little bit. There's a weight shift that happens. All right, so let's go ahead back on the bag. I turn, and that is my jab, okay? Let's go over what not to do with the jab. We never want to hit and miss the bag across, right? We don't want to hit the bag and that head comes up. We don't want to skip the bag the other way, right? We want to make sure that that jab hits the target. Boom. I don't want to hit with the pinky side, although that's something called the up jab, but we'll get to that in a later video, right? We don't want to hit the punch here. We don't want to hit the punch here. We don't want to hit the punch here. We want to turn that punch. Impact on that rotation of that arm. So that's your jab, all right? So once you get comfortable, keep the other hand down for now. I just want you to think about jabbing, snapping it right back to the face. Jab and snap. If I'm shadow boxing, same thing. Jab, bring it back to the face. Jab, notice I step in, my head comes off the midline. Awesome. How do you feel so far with the jab? Let me know in the comment section. All right, let's go over your second punch, which is the cross. Remember, we said that your dominant side is behind you, right? We're looking for that power. So if you are a righty fighter, that right hand is behind you. If you are a lefty fighter, that left hand will be behind you. All right, so we went through the jab. Now, let's go over the cross. Now this jab hand's gonna come back to the face. Let's keep it in guard. Finally, let's pick this hand up, okay? We're gonna throw the cross like this. Same idea, it's coming and traveling across the body. Now, real quick, because I don't want you to get confused. I know I told you to drop that hand, but that's to show you the extension of the jab. When we are boxing, always, we want to keep those hands up. So whether you're throwing that jab or throwing the cross, what other hand is not punching is always defending. But for the purposes of explaining to you how to throw your punch, just keep your hands down for now to understand the full length of motion. So again, let's keep that left hand down, the jab hand down. If you are a lefty fighter, that's your right hand down. Let's focus on that backhand. Righty fighters, this is your right. Lefty fighters, this would be your left. Travel from the back side. You want to turn and rotate. Notice the shifting of the weight. Notice the length, right? You want to make sure you're at arm's length apart. There is a softness to the elbow, right? And you snap it right back. Right? You snap it right back. You want to make sure you're one arm's length distance from you and the bag. If you're shadow boxing, we don't want to shortchange that punch. We want to commit to that punch, not overcommit to the punch, but have that full extension with those arms. All right? You turn and pivot your feet, turn those hips, find the lengthening at your scapula in the back of those arms, find the lengthening across those lats, and that is your cross. Let's put it together now. Let's go with the jab cross on the bag or shadow box it on the floor. We go with the jab, notice the turning of the body into the cross. 1, 2. First 2 knuckles always are the point of contact. Hands come back to the face. Practice this with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We turn, head comes off the midline, all the way out. Extend, 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 extend. All right, cool. So 1 and 2 is done. Let's go to our hooks, our 3 and 4. Now, I know some coaches will teach your number system a little bit differently. There are different coaches that have their own methodology. In fact, I had coaches that taught me how to throw punches with a different number system. But for the sake of simplicity, for the sake of us still learning, we're gonna teach you the hooks as the 3 and the 4. So we did the 1, 2. Now it's the 3 and the 4. Let's start with the 3 first. The 3 is your front hand, your lead hook, your front hand hook. So you get into your boxing stance. For now, just keep the arms down. Let's talk about the spacing of your hook. We have wide hooks, we have short hooks, right? Working from the outside, going to the inside. What I want is to have a nice whipping of the hip, rotation of the hip and the hook. So the elbows are here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to rotate, and as I rotate, I throw that hook. There are two ways to throw the hook, okay? There's that Western style where we throw the hook like this, right? Let's get a close up. Let's get a close up. Just like boom, just like that. Or the European style can be thrown like this. So you can go like this, you can go like this. Two options. Either way, relax those shoulders, chin is tucked down, you stay in your legs and you rip that hook through what? The rotation of the hip. Hiss, okay? We don't wanna slap it. We don't wanna swat flies. We want this to rotate and turn. Rotate and turn. Practice with me. Rotate and turn. It's okay, keep the other hand down just for now. And turn. Once you are comfortable, the other hand comes up. So if I'm on the bag, same thing, right? Here I am. Hish, yes? Ish. Cool. Same thing with that backhand. Now, this is your four, your rear hook. Same thing. I keep this front hand down for now. We're gonna focus on keeping the elbow tucked in. We are gonna rotate the back foot, turn those hips. As we turn, we throw, we keep that 90-degree angle. All right, I'm gonna show you this view from the front. Here I am. I'm gonna rotate, 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 rotate. Put the weight into that front leg, and I'm gonna throw the hook this way. Notice the pivoting of the back foot. The weight is distributed to the front leg. I bring it back. I distribute the weight back to that back leg. Back to front, front to back. Same thing. So now when I'm throwing the 3 and the 4, it's the same thing. Boom, and boom, and boom, and boom. As we're practicing on the heavy bag. Here we go, head shots up top. Hiss, hiss, hiss. Practice with me. That's it. If you got those gloves on, let's practice together. Or if you're shadow boxing on the floor, same thing. 3, 4, 90 degrees behind those elbows. We're not slapping, we're not flopping around. Keep it intentional, yeah? All right, so let's recap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Jab, cross, hook, hook. Let's reset it, let's do it again. Jab, cross, right down the middle. Hook, hook. Look at the footwork. Let's take a wide shot of that so you can see. Jab, cross, hook, hook. Again, one more time. Jab, cross, hook, and hook. Awesome. All right. Now, let's talk about your final 2 basic boxing punches, which is your 5 and your 6, your uppercuts, lead and rear uppercut. Cool. So, keep your hands down for now. Let's talk about that front uppercut. All right, it's similar to the jab and the hook, right? Everything is about rotation. Everything is about keeping the elbow tucked in. I want you to think of one line. What you're doing is scooping up that line. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of a side view here. When I throw my lead uppercut, right, I'm not, flopping my arms. Everything works together in unison. So I wanna use the legs, I wanna dip into the legs, I wanna keep this elbow tucked in, and when I shoot the uppercut, right, notice the turning of the body. Here's that straight line up. We bring it back. Straight line up, we bring it back. You get comfortable, you get your guard up, and back down. Now, really important, we're not flopping, right? We're not punching ourselves in the face. I've done that actually. Not fun, right? We want to think about the target. So let's go back to the bag just so you understand your spacing. If I'm working at a normal range with an opponent and I want to throw that uppercut, I dip into the leg, and there I am. I'm thinking the chin, the nose, the forehead. If I'm off to the side of their body, perhaps their jaw, their cheekbone, right? So these are the things I want to envision on the bag. Up, and I bring it right back in. Up, and of course, once you get comfortable, that hand is up in guard, back hand is up in guard. Ish, right? Ish. Now, when we're throwing on the heavy bag, let's say you've got your gloves on, we don't want to push that bag. We just want to shoot it, skim it up, right? Because you want to think, chin, nose, forehead, right? So you're going up, right down the middle. Up, notice the rotation. Up, now let's talk about the 6, your backhand, your rear uppercut. Okay, so here I am. I'm gonna keep this front hand down for now, just for tutorial reasons, all right? Let's talk about the road to travel when we throw that backhand. Again, we dip into the leg a little bit. Elbow is tucked in, okay? I'm gonna shoot. As I shoot, I turn that back foot and I have the rotation, right? Here I am again. Skim it up, boom. Again, imagine that imaginary line right down the middle. You wanna hit that line. So common mistakes that I see with our uppercuts, we go across the body, right? We push the bag. We kind of make it look like it's a jab or a cross. No, we want to make sure that we're going ahead right up the line, hitting that target. So practice with me. Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. Again, 5, rotate, 6. Chin tucked down. One hand punches, the other hand is in guard, right? Good, we don't want to jam on the bag. Nice healthy space between you and the bag. Are you feeling me so far, champ? I hope this is helpful. Let me know in the comment section how you are doing. If you are enjoying this type of video, do let me know, I'll make more for you. Let's go through all 6 punches, you ready? Nice and slow and controlled. Let's get both hands up. Remember, as a righty fighter, you lead with the left. As a lefty fighter, you lead with the right. Hands are up, tuck that chin down, relax the shoulders, lead with that front shoulder. We're going all 6 punches now, nice and slow and controlled. Soften those legs, we begin. Rotate 1, rotate 2, rotate 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, reset it. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go a little faster now. Ready? Set. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you get comfortable, we pick it up. Pop, 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 pop. Reset. Bang, 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 bang. One more time. Hiss, 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 hiss. Now that you know your 6 basic boxing punches, let's put them to use. Let's start practicing together. Pick any one of my videos to work out with me. Hundreds of them on my channel. Pick one, throw yourself in, sweat it out, burn it out, and let's go.